What's up, y'all? So today I'm going to show you guys how I bleach the knots on this 5x5 lace. As you can tell, the knots are very small, which is always what you want to go for whenever you're picking a wig. So starting out, you're going to take some Got to Be glue spray, and you can get this from the beauty supply store, Amazon, wherever you need. And you're going to spray the front of that hair. The reason you're going to be doing this is so that way when you're bleaching the knots, you don't bleach the hairs. You don't want blonde baby hairs and black hair. You're going to take a brush and you're going to brush that down, and you're going to make sure everything is flat and out of the way so that way you don't bleach those hairs. Now, once you have it flat like this, what you're going to go ahead and do is grab your bleach. It doesn't matter what kind of bleach you use. I will link below the type of bleach that I always use. You're going to do 1 scoop. As y'all can see, I did a little bit more than 1 scoop, but it's fine. It's still 1 scoop. Go ahead and pour that in, and I'm going to go ahead and grab another scoop. And you should be using a 2-to-1 ratio whenever you're doing a 5x5, 4x4 closure. Anything of that size is always going to require 2 scoops. Now you're going to see me going with my 30 volume developer. And like I was saying, I always do 2-to-1. So you're going to see me use 1 scoop of developer. Now you can use 30. You can use whatever you want to use. I always use 30 because I ain't got time to be waiting, y'all. So you can use 30. You can use 20. You can use whatever you want to use. All right, so now that you have your developer poured into your powder, you're going to go ahead and start mixing. Now, y'all can use whatever you want to use. I use the whisk. The whisk is only $1 from my local beauty supply. You're going to make sure that you stir it well. Now, after I have everything stirred up, I'm going to give y'all some tea, and I'm going to show y'all what I do. I don't know if anybody else does this, but this is what I do. I always sit my whisk in the middle of my mixture. If the whisk falls flat, that means that you have too much liquid, so you're going to need to add some more powder. Now that I've added more powder to it, I'm just going to go ahead and stir it again just to make sure that I have everything in there. And as you can see, it is similar to toothpaste, cake batter, whatever you want to refer to it as. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is sit it in the middle. And once you sit it in the middle, you see how that's falling? It should fall slow like that. So now that you have everything mixed up, you're going to go ahead and grab a utensil to spread the mixture with. I'm going to use a knife. It can be plastic. It can be whatever you want. So I always, whenever I am spreading my mixture on there, I always start wherever my part is. You see me spreading in the middle because typically with the 5x5, I'm always going to be doing a middle part. So I'm going to start in the middle. And usually I will start in the back just to make sure I get the back, because the back is harder to bleach. I'm going to say it again. The back is always going to be the hardest part to bleach because it's so much hair. So you always want to make sure that you coat the back really well. And the front, make sure that you don't apply too much pressure. In the back, you can, but in the front, usually if you apply too much pressure, then it's going to bleed through and you're going to have over bleached knots, or you're just going to have blonde roots, and that's not what we're looking for. All right, y'all, so this is the long part, applying the bleach to the lace. Now y'all are only going to see maybe 30 seconds of me adding this, but in actuality this is probably going to take me 4 to 5 minutes to add this. So I'm gonna let y'all see the full process because I didn't want to show you guys snippets of it so you can see the real deal. All right, so now that I have all of that done, what you're gonna go ahead and see me do is I'm just gonna pick up that lace and I'm gonna take my foil that I placed out earlier and I'm just gonna lay it flat. The foil is just so that way the hair can process a little faster. And I'm gonna take the foil and flip it over. It's not necessary. I feel like it speeds up the process, but you don't have to do it. All right, so I wanted to show y'all after 5 minutes of letting the lace sit, this is how it looks. And as you can tell, the knots are still pretty black on it. Usually I let my lace sit for about 20 to 30 minutes, but you always want to check it every single 5 minutes. So now it's been 10 minutes, and of course I'm going to go back and check. As you can see, the knots in the back are still pretty black, and like I was saying earlier, the front process is faster, so I'll wait another 5 minutes. All right, y'all, so it's been 15 minutes. As you can tell, the front is lightening up, but it still needs a little bit more time. So after another 5 minutes, this is what it's looking like. So after 20 minutes, you can see the front is really brown. The back, you can see all those little dots still there. So I'm going to let it sit for another few minutes. And then after another 5 minutes, you can tell the brown is ready to be rinsed out. So I'm going to take a spray bottle. It ain't got nothing in it but water. And I'm going to spray the front of the hair. I want it to not process anymore, so that's the reason I take this water bottle and spray it. It's optional, you don't have to. All right, so we finally hit 20 minutes and y'all can already see the difference in the knots. I mean, the front, they look great. The back, I'm gonna let them process probably 2 to 3 more minutes. And after 2 to 3 more minutes, when I came back and checked the knots, they look perfect. You don't have any black knots like you were seeing before. This is what I want, and I advise y'all to do the same thing. Don't be lazy. Don't be pressed for time. Make sure you go back and check. You want the right result. So now I'm going to go ahead and rinse this unit. I'm sorry, I had this sped up just because it takes me a little bit of time to do this, and the reason it takes time is because I want to make sure that I have all of the bleach out. You don't want to do an install and you have bleach crusted up on the lace. No, that's just not what you want. So y'all are going to see me just go through, and as you can tell, the lace has a hint of orange. And since it is a little orange, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse it off, and once I'm done rinsing it, I'm going to add some purple shampoo. Now, once you have that lace rinsed out, you're going to go in with your purple shampoo. You can use any one. This is the one that I prefer to use. It always gives me the best results. Now, this part, you're going to want to work that purple shampoo into that lace. And you see me scrubbing because I want to make sure that those knots are not orange. So I'm going to scrub this in a little bit more, and I'm going to coat this lace really good. And once I have it coated, I'm going to sit it on some foil. It's optional. You don't have to. But I leave it on there for about 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, I come back and check the lace. And y'all can see it looks purple. So I'm going to leave that. And then once that's done, I'm going to come back and rinse it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start rinsing out that shampoo. And when I tell y'all, that purple shampoo, best shampoo I've ever used. This is not sponsored. I'm not getting paid to tell y'all this. This is just from experience with using other shampoos. This is the best purple shampoo that I've used before, and I get it from Target. And as y'all can see, I mean, the knots speak for themselves. Look, I mean, when you place that on your skin, come on now. But I'm gonna stop playing with y'all because I know I play too much. So like I said, y'all can use any products that you want. Anything that is available, anything that's affordable to you, use what you want. These are just the suggestions that I have. These are the suggestions that give me better results over the years. So you can use whatever you need. But overall, if you guys have any other questions about the video, something you feel like I didn't explain that best, comment below. Any other video suggestions, leave a comment below and I'll make sure that I answer them for you guys. But overall, I hope you guys have a great day and thank you for watching.